Hey guys, it's your boy Deempo. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. And today we're back with some more Arena Breakout Infinite content. In particular, we'll be doing Season 0 weapon tier list. Now this video might go for a while, so therefore I'm thinking maybe I should separate, like do the assault rifles first and then do the rest of the weapons after. I feel like assault rifles deserve the most attention as some of the best weapon variants are in assault rifles. So let's see how we go for time and we'll go from there. But before we get started though, just a massive thank you to the community. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. Like, we're getting so close to hitting that 10k sub goal mark, and there'll be a huge giveaway at the end of it. So if you do enjoy the content, guys, please hit that sub button, as it would mean the world to me. On a side note though, also our Discord is growing. We're almost up to 1,300 people, which is mind-blowing. If someone told me that our community would grow so fast, I never would have believed it, but here we are. We have amazing mods. We have amazing players from all over the world. I'll leave a link in. I'll leave a link in the description below. Come and check us out. You won't regret it. If I'm free, hit me up a couple of games. I'll jump in and play with you. Now, anyways, let's get stuck right into it. I think the best way to do this is potentially. Nah, okay. So there will be no gun range. I think I'll just do the builds and I'll show you. Nah, it has to be firing range, unfortunately. So I might not be able to give you accurate prices, but whatever you see in the gun range, inflated by 20 to 30%, will potentially be the price for the weapon that you're looking at. Alright, so let's start with the assault rifles and we'll work our way from there. So first and foremost is the AKM. This is a run-of-the-mill weapon. So we'll discuss, the way the criteria is going to work is how expensive is the gun to build, how accessible and widely available the gun is, how accessible, widely available, and good the ammo is, the price point of the ammo, and the user sort of like how user-friendly it is. Some weapons are more user-friendly than others, especially for beginners. So this is your run-of-the-mill weapon. I'll give you a very good build that doesn't break the bank. It is not too expensive. It's like 70 to 80k build. Very good. It's not a silence build. Silence build obviously costs a lot more, but there's no reason going for silent build this weapon. You want to go for recoil control without, as I said, breaking the bank. So you can run something like this. It'll cost you 62, so say 80,000. Say 80,000 inflated by 20% or something, maybe 10%. Controllable recoil. PS ammo is very cheap. Very good stats on the PS ammo. So I'll show you the ammo this runs. Unload magazine. Is that PS? Yeah. This is better than M855. However, you do take a bit of a hefty penalty to recoil control, but good penetration, good damage at a very good price point. So this is your normal to entry level lockdown, I would say, that you can get away with it. Where this weapon falls short is T4, T5 ammo costs an absolute bomb for it, as you got medium firing power. And to get this to a very usable level, you need to spend like 300k on it, and it's just not worth it, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, I would say this is somewhere between A and B tier. I think if I give it A tier, it's a bit optimistic, but I'll put it at A tier anyway, because of how easily accessible it is. Okay, next up we have the M4. This is a very customizable weapon. Insane fire rate and very good firing power, which is high. Firing power is a hidden stat, guys. It definitely affects RNG penetration. I'm not sure if it affects damage, but penetration 100%. So you can kit this out for not too much money. It's not cheap. It's mid in terms of like spend, but it's a laser beam. You can run this for the best grip in the game, which is the compact. I wouldn't recommend it though. It's entirely up to you if you do. I'll go for the ARL. I'll go for the triangle grip here. I go for the M16 barrel because it costs 2k versus the 11k one there. You're only taking penalty to ergonomics. Whether you silence or not, it's entirely up to you. I go for cheaper builds, so I go for recoil. And right now that's overkill. 85-72 on this weapon is overkill. And you want to go for a red dot sight there. And this is your weapon of choice, ladies and gentlemen. This is a laser beam. Watch this. Close range, long range, it'll tap hits. That's tier 6 armor, by the way. So as I said, a very good weapon, very high fire rate, very controllable recoil. However, where it falls short is the ammo. Very expensive ammo, and you cannot run this. I mean, you can run it in Forbidden, but look how many shots are. Let me get better ammo just to demonstrate it. Ammo done. Or one more mag, and give me M995s. Thank you very much. So it should be M995s. Watch this, right? That's 4 to 5k a bullet, ladies and gentlemen. I shot him in the first shot. But it takes a fair bit of rounds. Like, a fair bit of rounds. That was a headshot. So, most of your targets were moving. That's fine. I think, well, this is one of the best weapons in the game. It is not overpowered. It's just not. But I'll put it in S tier, because I think it's deserving of S tier. It is that good, but it's very pricey to run, very pricey to mod. That is the downside of that weapon, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, we have the POW. This is the most overpowered weapon in the game. And it's not because of what the weapon offers you. It's more so about how good this thing is and the ammo it runs. So, good in the sense that it propels the best ammo in the game, which is M61s, which is 2 tap to any armor in the game and 1 tap to any helmet in the game. Now, it is not cheap, but if you're going to be running Forbidden and Armory, everyone runs this weapon, because if you don't, then you're doing yourself a disservice. It is insanely expensive. The ammo is insanely expensive. However, let's see if he's got M61s in it. M61, watch this. That's T6 armor, T6 helmets. 1, 2, 1. You see what I mean? Yes, it bounces, but so what? At that distance, all you gotta just tap twice. Up close, you can just spray it. And that's it. Put some lasers on it. Bob's your uncle. You're good to go. So, where does that fit? This is the most overpowered weapon in the game, and it's just... There's no... It's in a league of its own at the moment. They're gonna nerf it next season. They're nerfing the short barrel to go from like... Look at that. Accuracy is 50. The most you're going to be able to get the accuracy in the new season, I think, is like 42, and that's for the long barrel. The short barrel is like only like 12 accuracy. So they've tried to nerf it by nerfing the accuracy. Unfortunately, I don't think that's quite the case, because everyone was running that in the beta for the new season. Alright, next up we have the AK-102. There's only one reason why you should run the AK-102, and that's because of how cheap the scope is. This runs the cheapest scope in the game, which is the 4x PSO. And over here, you want to run it with that. You want to go for vertical recoil control there, triangle, and over here, oops, where is it? You want to go for an incline. So very good recoil control, but it suffers from the same problem the other AKs suffer from, and that is the medium fire rate. And it's not great. As we said, that affects penetration. So slow fire rate of fire, firing power is medium. So not bueno. But for entry, normal to medium lockdown, it'll serve you well. Look at this. Distance scope, controllable recoil. It's a solid weapon. Therefore, it's going to go into A tier. It's just the middle of the park. I'd run the Scar over this all day, every day. But that's just me. Alright. Next up on the list here, we have the AK-74N. This is a great weapon, cheap to build, very cheap ammo, like one of the cheapest gold ammo in the game, and it's decent. Like, it will perform in lockdown. It won't perform in Forbidden, but you don't need it to perform in Forbidden. For that, you can run a better weapon. It's just great. Now, what problems does this suffer for? Once again, the firing power medium, which will affect your penetration. It is a hidden stat, unfortunately, but that's what it is. Decent fire rate at 600, which makes the recoil very controllable, but it's very cheap to kit out, very user-friendly, easy to use. Therefore, there's no reason why you should not run this weapon. Even if you lose it, so what? It's cheap, it's affordable, easily accessible. That is solid, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, I would say this is an S tier weapon. purely because of how accessible it is, how cheap it is to run. And you put a scope on it, you can snipe with it. Like, it's not bad at all. I mean, oops, sorry. Decent accuracy, decent effective range, decent muzzle velocity at 900, and the best, cheapest ammo in the game from a price point. Therefore, it'll go in S tier. Now, is it as good as the M4? No, it's not. But at the price point that you run it at, hell, it's amazing. Okay, AK-74U, I'm not even going to bother covering this. I don't know why they gave it low fire rate. If you're going to make it low firing power and you're going to turn it into like a submachine gun, give it high rate of fire. This should not have lower fire rate than AK-74. And like, it's the same platform, man. It's just, they shoot the same rounds, except this one has a low barrel, smaller barrel, which I understand the firing power. There is no reason for you to run this game. It is the worst weapon in the game. It is freaking useless. I would go on the useless. Like, it's just no reason to run it. And if you kill it out, it'll cost you as much as the AK-74. And so, what is the point there? So we'll skip to the F2000. This suffers from the same problem as the M4, unfortunately. The ammo. It's not the greatest ammo. It's very, very expensive because of how good the weapons that run the ammo is. And this simple build here will cost you 140k on the market at this point in time. So why would you use this weapon? Because of how fast it fires. This has the same fire rate as the HK that's coming next season, except this doesn't have a long barrel. So when it comes to like shooting at far, you get the initial recoil counts. So it's not great. Usable. Therefore, I'll put it under A because of the price point. So expensive weapon, expensive ammo, and it doesn't really do anything extraordinary like the AK-74, and therefore it's gonna go to A tier. Okay, next up we have the AR-57. In my opinion, this is the second best weapon in the game, perhaps tied with the AEK and the M110. It's very tight between them. This is an insanely powerful weapon. It doesn't cost much to kit out. However, the ammo will cost you an arm and a leg. Like, purple ammo for this is 800 a pop. 8 bloody 100 a pop, man. That is bonkers. But it does things like this. Good damage on the rounds. Insane fire rate. Insane recoil control. Amazing weapon. Therefore, I'll put this in S tier. I think it needs no introduction. It is just, that's how good that weapon is. Where is the AR-57 here? Damn, I cannot see the AR-57 here. Am I going blind, guys? So, Ace, AK, T951, MPX, blah, 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 SVDS, Mosin. Damn, no AR-57. Let me see if I can grab another tier list. So I would put it under S tier. So as you can see here, I have under S tier. So I'll put it there. I don't know why. Can I copy this? I probably can't. So that's an S tier weapon. It is great. It should really be here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to put it there. Okay, cool. I am gonna go for gun modding bench. Oh, it's such a shit tier list, man. Ace-31. Now this is better than the AKM. Why is it better than the AKM? Because of the long barrel. The long barrel gives it, you guessed it, high firing power, which means extra penetration. It's almost like an AR platform, so it's very easy to kit out. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and the recoil is very controllable for the ammo that it shoots. So what I'm gonna do here is I'll test this out. So let's check it out. Very tolerable. Shoots good ammo up until you get to tier 4, tier 5. That's when it starts escalating. But for normal and lockdown, this is a great weapon. So I'm gonna put it under between A and S. It's not as good as these two, but it's good enough to be up here. Oh, maybe I should do these ones here like this. That's probably a better way to go on about things. So unfortunately, we don't have S tier there, so that's where the AR-57 would go. as we showcased there. All right, back to the assault rifles here. As I said, let me know whether you agree or disagree with my choices here. AK, this is tied second or third best weapon in the game. It needs no introduction. The only downside of this weapon is the cost of the ammo and the firing power. But it has such good fire rate and it shoots such a good caliber that you can overlook that because it fires so bloody fast and it's so controllable in terms of recoil. It's just insane how good this weapon is. Like, it makes T3 ammo viable, and that's that's a lot. That's nuts. That is nuts. Like, that's Mad Hatter territory. Like, we're talking science fiction here. This thing is insane. So it's gonna go on the S tier. It is that good. Like, it is that good. So if you do need a weapon to run and you have a bit of cash lying around, give this a go. Even with PS rounds, it'll absolutely slap. Next up, we have the Scar. So the Scar is supposed to be a... How do I word this? It's meant to be like a cheap version of the M4. And cheap it is, right? Now, you can kit it out. So it's got medium firing power, but once you put the long barrel on it, this is where this weapon truly shines. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Very controllable because of the low fire rate. Doesn't need much to do it up. You can run, if you wanted to, the tube, which is very cheap, and then you can just put that on it. And this weapon will put in the work for you. Let me show you. But once again, suffers from the same problem the M4 does, and that is how expensive the ammo is. You can make it work of how sort of fire rate of this. But in those close encounters, you're gonna be getting melted by submachine guns left, right, and center. It's accurate, very easily controllable recoil, cheap to maintain, but as I said, the fire rate and the ammo really lets it down. However, it is an A tier weapon, and unfortunately, we have no Scar here. Why do we have no Scar here? Oh, guess we have to jump to this tier list here. And the Scar is nowhere to be found. Damn it. Dang it. I don't know when these tier lists were made, but you would expect the ammo and the stuff to be there. It's an A tier gun, guys. It really is an A tier gun. Like, you can easily use it, ease of access, whatnot. It'll perform. It'll perform at the price point, put it that way. Alright, we're almost the end of the assault rifle list here. Last but not least, we have the China rifle, the T951. Doesn't cost too much to kit out. There's two problems with this weapon. The fact that it takes too much screen real estate with the handle, and the limitation of attachments that you can put on. However, at the price point that it is, and the ammo that it shoots, this shoots better ammo than the M4. I'm telling you, the ammo is cheaper and is better. And when the TO3 comes out that shoots the same ammo, that ammo is going to absolutely skyrocket. So, doesn't cost much to kit out, but it's an insanely powerful weapon. Insanely powerful weapon. It is that good, so I'll show you. See how the handle takes too much of the screen? Aside from that, good fire rate, controllable recoil, very cheap ammo. A lot of people run this gun, and with a very good reason. So, where do I see this? I'll put this in probably A tier here as well, because it's very accessible. It's not quite S tier, because it just isn't. It's not very accurate. You'll be aiming at heads, you'll be hitting shoulders, so stuff like that. But it's very user friendly. Anyone can pick it up, anyone can use it. Alright, so how are we going for time here? I think we're doing good. We might touch base on the marksman rifles. There's only 3 of them. So, SVDS. Cheap. Shoots even better ammo than the FAL. Right? You can run the cheapest game in the scope on it. So you can do a very cheap build like this. Like that. If you watch my other videos, I absolutely love this gun. I run in Lockdown, I run in Forbidden. It just has no downsides. It is that freaking great. Like, it's amazing. So quite, I go for the ergonomics grip there, and you may choose or you may choose not to run a silencer. Let me see if I can get an ammo for this. Yeah, apparently I cannot. What does it have in it? T5? So this shoots the cheapest and the best T5 ammo in the game. Not only LPS. Let me see if I can grab another mag. So you have T6 ammo, you have T7 ammo. However, this is all you need. Trust me when I say this. This is all you need. So T5. This is T6 armor. It's got high firing rate, semi-automatic. Shoots the most in bullets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. RNG there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to 5, usually 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 3 that time. Whether RNG favors you or not, it's got high firing power, right? That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it'll go through. So where does this fit? Without a doubt, it's overpowered. It's not as good as the FAL, but the ammo is cheaper. The gun's more accessible. So the ammo is half the price, and the gun is half the price. It is busted. It is busted. If you're not using it, you're doing yourself a disservice. All right. Next up, we have the VSS. A missed opportunity, if you ask me. To kit out this weapon, one mag will cost you 50k, 40 to 50k to get these mags. 40 to 50k. To kit this weapon out completely, it will cost you like 300,000. 300 a bloody thousand. That is bonkers. But it does have good ammo and very good fire rate. But it's got very, very bad firing power, which is medium, and the muzzle velocity of it, where is it? 287. So to hit something at a distance like there, watch that, like just then it registered. So it travels very slowly, bounces around the place. There's no reason you should be using this over an MPX or an AR-57. There just isn't. It's a missed opportunity. A lot of people love the SVAL. Hopefully the SVAL comes and has different stats, because the VSS freaking blows, man. I'll put this as B tier. This is just a statement weapon. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just meh. That is all it is. It's meh. Alright, and last but not least, we have the best marksman rifle, which is the M110. Doesn't cost much to kit out. You can get a very, very nice kit with a long barrel. It already comes as high firing power. Shoots some of the best ammo in the game. M80s, very good price point, very good ammo. As I said, cheap to kit out. Doesn't break the bank. You can run with a red dot. You can run with a scope. And it'll put in the work for you. It'll put in the work. No questions asked. What do we have in here? M80. You've all seen how good this can be. It's freaking insane. Even up close, this thing will perform. For the price, in my opinion, this weapon should be much more expensive, but it is what it is. So where do I put this? I wouldn't put it as overpowered, but I'll definitely put it as S tier. So if I can go here, if I was to grab this, I'd go like here, S tier, same as the AR-57. It's just a great weapon. It really, really performs. Like, it really, really performs. Alright, one special mention, which is one of my favorites weapons in the game, is the RPK. This weapon is freaking unreal how good it is. It shoots a very good ammo, which is very cheap. Doesn't take much to kit out. Like, it comes good out of factory. It already has high firing power. Insane range for a short barrel. Where's the range here? 170 range. Now, it is a bit heavy, but like, it really does not need much in terms of doing for this to be useful. Whether you're shooting at range or you're shooting up close, doesn't have the long barrel. Very good fire rate. Very, very good fire rate. it shoots BPs. It's just use and throw away. Even if you lose it, like so what? It's like a 90k weapon. 90 to 100k max. And it performs way over what it's supposed to be. And therefore, I think this is S tier. So RPK, this is S tier. It is that good. Anyways, guys, that's it for that one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I hope to catch you next video.